The new COVID variant is gaining ground in California, and doctors say they are seeing more hospitalizations. This as the state prepares to close many of the state-run COVID testing and treatment sites. I spoke today with Dr. Lucia Abascal from the California Department of Public Health. Dr. Abascal, first off, could you please give us an update on the new COVID variant and what Californians can do to protect themselves?
Yeah, so what we're seeing is actually an Omicron subvariant that is gaining terrain. So we've seen the cases increase, and they're due more because of this new variant, the new Omicron subvariant XBB.1.5. So a very big name. What we're seeing is definitely a more transmissible subvariant. That does not necessarily mean that this is a more severe subvariant, but let's remember that when more people get sick, there's more opportunities for people to get really sick and go to the hospital. The good news is that this is an Omicron subvariant, so there's some existing immunity by prior infection or vaccination.
Are you seeing more hospitalizations?
We are seeing an uprise in hospitalizations, not as severe as what we saw last year, but we're definitely seeing it. What we are not seeing increase that much is severely hospitalized patients. So not as many patients are ending up in the ICU or needing to get more advanced therapies such as intubation.
California is preparing to close many of the state-run COVID testing and treatment centers when the state of emergency ends in February. So how will that impact us here in Riverside County?
Yeah, well, I mean, despite what we've planned, I think plans can change. If we do see an uprise, if we do see a continued need for some of these things, the state has other ways to fund it. We now have, I think, moved towards a more stable response. So it doesn't not need to be an emergency response. We have access to testing in pharmacies. You can get that free tests at home. There's treatment. There are vaccines that are delivered also in pharmacies. So I think the role of like large mass vaccination sites and mass testing sites is changing to be a more like sustainable solution.
What is the message you want people to hear in terms of how they can protect themselves?
Yeah, so I mean, we have a new booster, a new bivalent booster that actually covers for some Omicron subvariants. We are expecting this to continue to protect, not as maybe not as fully as before, but we still see some protection from ending up in the hospital. So we do definitely recommend people that have not received this booster to go get it if your last vaccine was more than 4 months ago. And it's a booster that's still free and available for everybody.
Still free and available. All right. Anything else, Dr. Abascal, you would like to say before we let you go?
No, just take care of each other and let's get vaccinated.
All right. We appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Bye.